Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Dobbs and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Phillip and the Tennessee Titans.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over first down 10.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback who's in his 17th season now in the NFL, an 8-time Pro Bowler to boot. It's Phillip.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Drake, the ball carrier.
A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 17 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Dante Hightower on the stop. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
18 on the play.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. That's caught by Howard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
O.J. Howard.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
Running, it's Drake. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Kenyon Drake.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
18-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Complete to
Jerry Jeudy with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" QB from the University of Tennessee. It's Joshua Dobbs.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 78 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, Dobbs on the move to his left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40.
On the ground, Kamara.
Kamara again, the ball.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 6.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Ty Long now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Titans 7, Vikings nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And it fires one incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Cody Parkey.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Ryan Switzer on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Over the middle, incomplete to Tate. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. On 2nd down, Kamara. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
3rd down.
From the gun, Dobbs. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Dobbs rolling to his right. He'll run it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. From the gun, Dobbs, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes it 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Their own 31-yard line.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Anthony Jennings in that time defensively.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Titans' 1st down.
Rivers to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rivers. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. They call a run on 3rd and a mile. Not only do they convert, but they tack on some yards at the end of it, too.
They went against what anyone would think would be a tendency, which is you're going to throw the ball on 3rd and a mile, right? But instead they decide to run the football because sometimes what you get is the defense is playing a little bit lighter. A lot of extra defensive backs, and they're loosened up for the pass. They found some running room and really converted.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Dobbs. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Throwing again. Dobbs. Batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
37 yards.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. That's complete to brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Switzer now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Switzer on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And he's into the clear. The 40. Past the 20. And he's in through the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Switzer on the return. The Vikings take over.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple, partner.
Yeah. And you know how superstitious these guys can be.
Oh, there's no doubt, right? If you put your left sock on first and you have this kind of game, you'll keep doing it. In this case, let's investigate that pregame meal. We might need some of that.
Yeah, right. It's working. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Dobbs sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Drake. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing Rivers. The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he found it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And to the 43-yard line, that's where they'll take over. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, Dobbs. That one taken in by T. Higgins. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce them, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
For the field goal, a 54-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Midfield to the 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Titans.
They'll run with Drake. And he stopped immediately there.
Drake, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Catch made by Slayton. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Dobbs. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
From just shy of midfield, Dobbs. And he whips that one incomplete there. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
And 4.
Here's Dobbs to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 30.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Rivers on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake here, Rivers. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Rivers. It's caught. Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he works free. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
By Reggie Ragland. It's a gain of 9.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Jones. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now on first down, Drake again. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Now a handoff for Drake. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd.
Rivers now. That's out to the left and complete. Yeah, the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans now just about ready to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 23. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
19-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Right back to Drake. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 14 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Switzer now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. They'll try and run it. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. To throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Complete to Jason Witten. Now they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So he hooked up with a veteran there at an overtime. That's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.